Welcome to Thinking Tackle. I'm Adam Penning, down here at Chilham Mill in the heart of the Kent countryside, one of my favourite venues of all time. I know I say that, but this one is a bit special. I'm here with my old mucker Damien Clarke, who's actually smashing them up big style. What have you had? Three? You've got one in the sling, one in the net and another one on.
Exactly, and lost one.
So not bad, good
It's
work.
all kicking off.
It is kicking off. So you're fishing maggots?
I am, mate, yeah.
Right, okay, we've got lots of tactics and tips that we're going to show you later on, show you exactly what Damien's doing with his bait that's working so well. And the swim's active, there's fish out there, they're rolling.
There's loads, yeah.
You're getting liners.
Liners, tench, I've had a couple of tench, an eel,
Nice.
lost a carp. Yeah, it's all kicking off.
So what's it like to have some action like that after the winter of hell that we've just endured?
It's a relief, mate, it really
That's
is.
one, doesn't it? You're right.
Yeah.
It must be lovely because it's been coldest winter for 100 years or something crazy like that, and now you're getting your string pulled. It's the end of March now, it still looks a bit bleak, it's a bit chilly, but lovely to be out. So we'll get this in and hope it's a big one, mate.
Let's hope so, mate, yeah.
Mate, that looks like a nice fish.
Yeah,
I reckon that might be bigger than the one that's in the net at the moment.
I think you're right, mate. It's real long, dark fish, that.
Damien and myself and some of the guys, we always carry 2 nets for moments like this. Imperative. It's valuable, really, isn't it?
It is, mate, yeah.
When it kicks off, it kicks off. It's a lovely dark fish, that, mate. It's quite a good one.
Got a big belly, hasn't he?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Look at him twisting in that clear water. Beautiful. Come on.
Don't miss him.
I won't miss him, mate. It's not quite. Roll him on his back. There we go. Whoa. Well done, mate. That's
Cheers,
brilliant.
fella.
Well done.
Got one then, son?
Yeah, I've got one on, mate, at last, yeah. Really, really ramped off, long range. Took me quite a long time till I even got the marker back. After those bream and eels, mate, it's nice to be playing one.
Bit of a relief, isn't it?
Well,
bending the rod.
It's nice that you come and help me set that net up because my net's got one of your big fish in it and you've got a brace of commons, haven't you?
I have, yeah. That's a right result for March, isn't it?
Feels like quite a good one, mate.
Yeah. Nice bending the rod.
Well, that's as much as I dare with the gear I'm using.
The whole lake's like starting to wake up now, isn't it?
There's buds on the trees. The birds are all mating and pairing up. It's a lovely, lovely time of year. It's still a bit chilly, but God, flipping heck. It's a right plodder, this one.
Oh, he's got a bit smaller.
Yeah, just 22s. Yes, first one, brilliant.
Well done, son. One in the net.
What a relief, I tell you. No sleep all night like yourself, no bream and eels, and it's been just horrible. But to feel a carp after that winter, you know, it's just brilliant. So, but I mean, it's kicked off in your swim proper style, hasn't it? Yeah. So we're going to get this, we'll secure him in the net, shall we? We're going to see if we can get a brace shot together, side by side, holding the fish, because it's a bit special, especially in, you know, late winter. One of the fish Damo's got is a really big common. So we'll secure this, we'll chop down and weigh yours, and then see what we're dealing with, shall we?
Let's get on with it, shall we?
Excellent. Well, how about that? One of the biggest commons that lives in Chilham, a proper character as well. How big was he, mate?
35.4, mate.
35.4, caught live for the Thinking Tackle cameras. Probably one of the best ones that's been caught, I think, for the show. You had a couple of others?
Yeah, 19 and 22, no, 24, sorry.
Right, okay, so you're on fire. I think you lost one as well.
I have, yeah, had some tench.
I just had a 24 pounder, lovely fish. We decided against the brace shot because the fish are a little bit lively. Carp safety's got to come first, but it was a lovely fish, so I'm pleased with that. But the man on fire is Damo. He's up and running. I think you've only got one rod left fishing. I saw you baiting up earlier while the fish were in the net. That's quite important, isn't it?
Really important to keep bait going and swim while you've got no rods in the water.
Yeah.
Get the fish keep coming back in. Then when you recast, you've got a very good chance of catching another one.
Excellent. Well, best you recast and get them back out there. It still looks good. We're going to have a look next at the Chilham venue itself, what we're faced with and the kind of tactics that we're using to catch fish like this. Okay, day one, early on in the session, and things have kicked off in really fine style. Better than we could have hoped for, really, thanks mostly to Damo's stupendous 35-pound common. What a carp. The biggest common, if not the biggest fish ever caught live for the Thinking Tackle cameras. So really pleased with that. And to back it up with a couple of 20s, a 19-pounder, bream, tench, eels, unfortunately. It's been a very, very high active session. And just coming out of the winter into the spring, that's the sort of action that you can expect when the fish are waking up. So this venue in particular, as I said earlier, is one of my favourite venues. It's down here in the heart of the Kent countryside, and it's crammed full of doubles, 20s, 30s and even 40s. All the fish are very, very different kinds of strain. They fight well, they show, they're willing to come and take you on if you fish sensibly. So yeah, it's a fantastic venue. So we're going to be looking at the type of tactics that we're both using. Both of them are maggot based because the carp in Chilham do have a very, very good preference for maggots. So we're going to go back to my swim now and have a look at location and how I'm fishing my swim. Welcome to my swim at Chilham. I'm sure you'll agree it's a beautiful view right into the middle section of the lake here. This is a swim called right hand side of Bailiff's Island. Nice and big, comfortable, roomy, and it gives me a lot of options. What it doesn't give me, unfortunately, is access to the huge number of carp which are in front of Damien on the left hand side of the island. We've been watching them jump in out here since we arrived in big numbers, and I'm sure he's going to catch a lot more. Not seen anything out this side, but you know, I have had a bite, so I'm hoping that maybe one or two stragglers will come through. Now what I'm doing is I'm fishing out at about 70 yards, and I found the end of a bar. It's a famous bar called the Swanee Bar, and it's very shallow and stony on top, and it drops off, it runs away from me effectively, and it drops off on its near edge towards me from about 2 foot down into 5 feet of water. So I've popped the float up at the base of that bar, and that's where I'm baiting and spodding to. I've got 3 rods, positioned probably about 3 feet apart at the base of the end of that bar, and I'm spodding the mix of bait, which I'll show you later on, but I'm putting out about 4 to 6 spods every few hours, just keeping things going through the water. Now, as I was saying, there's a lot of fish in Damo's side of the swim, and I kind of want to capitalise on that a little bit, so I'm going to be looking at maybe bringing a rod round to the left and fishing in this channel. Nowhere near him, but the fish are coming through here, I think. So I'm going to move one of my rods later, but that's the main spot, 70 yards out there, open water, base of the bar. We're going to go and have a look at Damo's spot now. He's fishing shorter range a little bit differently. All right, my old mate.
All right.
How's it looking then?
Cold.
It is, it's got a lot colder, hasn't it?
It's freezing.
Raw wind. Anyway, we just thought we'd come down and have a little look at your location and what you're doing. So if you could talk us through it from the get-go.
Right, well, it wasn't rocket science when we got in the swim. There's fish jumping out about 60 yards out.
Big uns?
Yeah, there was, yeah. I see a couple of big uns, like a big common and a big mirror.
Right.
A few other fish, sort of 20-pounders, but lots of them, you know, for this time of year.
Yeah, and, really active.
Really active, yeah. So I just cast the lead out, found a nice firm
Just a
area.
bare lead on it, on one of your normal rods?
Yeah, just on one of my normal rods. Sort of the area they were showing.
Yeah.
Didn't want to thrash the water to a foam.
Yeah.
Found a nice nice hard bottom. Clipped all the rods up to the same range. Clipped the spot up to the same range, and that was it really. You know, I didn't want to do too much more. With risk of scaring them.
Right. Okay. So that's pretty important, isn't it? I mean, you turn up in a swim that's got fish in it. most people will probably make, you know, they'll try a long time to find exactly the right spot and then maybe spot a load, but your objective was to do everything as quietly as possible, get fishing as easily as possible.
Exactly, yeah.
Right,
Just get fishing. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? They're out there. They don't want to be disturbed too much. You just
Yeah.
want to get out there, get your bait out there, and let them find it.
So what sort of depth you got and what sort of range are you
Got
at?
about 5 foot.
Right.
You know, it's quite a shallow
pretty-
lake, but
yeah.
that's a reasonable depth for this
It is, yeah.
this venue.
Yeah. And good, easy range, or?
Really easy, about 60 yards. Comfortable fishing. Ideal for the spod. You know, it's just easy.
Perfect, yeah.
Perfect, yeah.
Nice. I think one just might have just showed over
Yeah.
your spot unless a coot came up, but they
Oh.
are active out in front of you. Quite a lot of liners and
Had loads, yeah. I've had a couple of tench, a couple of eels.
right.
Getting lots of activity. A bit of a sleepless night, really.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm fishing out towards that middle set of trees there,
Yeah.
just on that line of that coot, and it's just easy, you know. Just keep. I heard one splash a little while ago. I think it looks quite good. Wind pushing through, isn't it?
No weed to cope with or
No,
anything.
there's a little bit on the bottom, a bit of dead stuff. There's a bit of dead stuff floating in the water earlier,
Right.
around the rod tips, but nothing is a problem.
Lovely. Okay. Well, it's dropping quickly, mate, and I'm going to go and have a hot chocolate and keep myself warm.
You
and
do that.
Get the rods out 'cause it's going to be dark soon.
Yeah. See you
All right,
later.
see you in a bit.
See you, mate. Bye.
Well, it's absolutely hammering down with rain again. Typical March, April sort of weather. All that's going on out there at the moment is just the bird activity. You saw it, you know, we were just in Damien swim having a look at his location. There's an awful lot of coots and tufties, and really they're giving us a lot of grief, picking up the baits and swans going through the lines. It's pouring with rain. We're not too bothered though, because we caught those lovely fish. We're trying to catch some more. The afternoon period at this time of year does go a bit quiet, so we're just tying rigs, we're getting bait sorted out, and we're going to get everything back in position soon, ready for the night, and hopefully some more fish.